Well, we don't have the energy to do this, but screw it. We got to get it done. What's up, guys? Welcome to the live stream. We've got college football bowl season to do. Count this here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 41 games to pick.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're in for a long one. We've got beverage after beverage after beverage.
Can confirm.
So strap in. Get yourself some popcorn, get yourself something to drink because we're gonna be here a while. Also, if we decide to take a pause, do check out my new friends over at Jersey Ninjas. Use code TMoney2190. Save yourself 10%. That's where I got this bad boy. It's actually a really nice. It's actually a logo.
Oh, nice.
Yep, and it's got Kringle on the back.
Nice.
And then
nice.
Chris Kringle.
Kind of gives me like a geeky jerseys vibe.
Yep, and then my lovely fiance got the Grinch.
Nice.
No number on hers, but the shoulder patches, like.
Howdy, Elijah.
Hey, Elijah. All right, let's go ahead and get into this.
I should say, though, just real quick here, Elijah will be joining us, but he won't be joining us because he's not feeling good, so.
Yeah, he'll be in the chat with everyone else. All right, so.
Hopefully you get better, Elijah. I understand how much being sick sucks, especially this time of year.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, so I'll share the screen, and this is what we're rocking with. We've got the bowl games to the left and of our picks, and our picks are basically just to the right. I should have probably spaced out the picks, but we'll be fine. All right, so let's go ahead and start off with the first official bowl game of the season, of bowl season. That is the Myrtle Beach. By the way, no sponsorships from any of these companies. I'm just basically, this is just the company that sponsors the bowl games. The first game is the Myrtle Beach Bowl. That'll be played at Coastal Carolina Stadium. It'll be Georgia Southern and Ohio. Elijah has picked Ohio. Jake, I'll let you go first for this one.
Well, I mean, seeing Ohio firsthand, early on in the year, take down Iowa State and actually have a really good year for themselves. Honestly, give me Ohio as well. Granted, I don't really know the spread or, over under and stuff like that. Just
That's
because
exactly what I'm about to look up because bowl season. Okay, so the spread is, or the line is 3.5 for Georgia Southern, and the over under is 48.5.
Alrighty, I'm still gonna go with Ohio. Just because, like I say, I've seen a lot more Ohio than I have Georgia Southern. Not taking anything away from Georgia Southern. It's just when you have 100 plus teams out there and stuff like that, it's hard to keep up with every single one of them, regardless of how diehard of a college football fan or how diehard of a fan of sports you are. So, but yeah, I mean, I just like Ohio in general. They had a really good season. They took down Iowa State early on. They, were competitive in the MAC conference and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, just give me Ohio on this one.
Yeah. Really quick before I make my prediction, standings, when it comes to bowl season, standings is wide open. Jake, you were the regular season champion. Cheers. You went 235 and 47. Elijah went 230 and 54, and I went 228 and 56. So regular season champion in Jake over here. But me and Elijah both know that bowl season does not decide the outright champion. Or will decide the outright champion. I came back from 5 down, and he beat me by 1 because I allowed him to switch picks. Dumb on my part, I know. For this game, with Georgia Southern only going 6-6, yeah, I'm gonna agree with you guys in Ohio. We're gonna need some. I'm gonna need to make some differences though, and if I want to have a chance at winning this, but yeah, give me Ohio. 9-3 on the year. Had a really good year to close it out, even beating Akron to close out their year. Alrighty. We're gonna go from left to right and then back left to right. So the next game up. Did I? No, I did not. Okay. The next game up is. Did I miss a game? I missed a game. Wow. Yep. This is the one thing I hate about this. We do have a game that I'll actually add that at the bottom here. I'll do it right here. It's the Cricket Celebration Bowl. So it's the FCS Bowl game. The only one that they do. Copy. I'll put these here. The Bluetooth, it's under speakers. Okay, so the Cricket Celebration Bowl is Howard versus Florida A&M.
Oh, so if I remember, I think this is like the HBCU National Championship or something they dub it every year.
I believe so, because I know that the FCS does have their own bowl game.
They actually do like a championship bracket, like pretty much like March Madness and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay, so their colors are light green and orange. Howard is just dark blue and white. Okay, Elijah, you're in the chat. The Cricket Celebration Bowl is at the bottom below the Fiesta Bowl, so we'll have to. So you'll have.
Oh, he actually commented. He wants Florida A&M.
He wants Florida A&M. Yeah, I will probably agree with him on that. Florida A&M went 11.
I will as well, because they are normally a really good team, even though they have some controversy in their marching band and stuff like that. But yeah, like I say, that could be a different topic for a different day, because when I was in marching band at the University of South Dakota, they had issues and stuff like that. But yeah, not to mention those bands down there, whew, if you ever get a chance, look up like Florida A&M marching band or stuff like that. So
yeah. All right, give me just 1 second. I got to help my friend out with something really quick.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
What up, Wheat Grinkus? Welcome back, buddy. See if anyone else is in the comments here, or is it just... Yeah, I think it's just Elijah and Wheat Grinkus right now. Welcome, everyone. Hopefully you guys are getting ready for the holidays. Hopefully you're excited, and hopefully 2024 brings you good prosperity and health and this and that and the other thing. So
good tidings and comfort and joy to all of those that celebrate this time of year.
Ooh, excuse me.
Yes, I just
might be burping a lot. So,
alrighty. Next up, Jacksonville State and University of Louisiana in the R&O Cleaners New Orleans Bowl.
Howdy, Riley.
I'll go ahead and go first on this one. Jacksonville State is favored by 2.5. With this game being in New Orleans, give me the Ragin' Cajuns. I'm going to take Louisiana in this one.
And you know what? I'm going to agree with you on this one. Just because of the home proximity, it's kind of a low score. I mean, what are both teams' records?
Louisiana 6-6, and Jacksonville State is 8-4.
Alrighty. Yeah.
So so
It,
like a lot. Elijah said this on our Instagram chat that we have. All these games are basically a toss up,
yeah, pretty much.
and that's the one thing I love about bowl games. Alrighty. Next up is Miami of Ohio will take on Appalachian State in the Avocados from Mexico Music City Cure Bowl. Sorry. Yes, I had to do the jingle. Jake, I'll let you go first on this one.
Well, can you give me the over under, or I should say the line? I mean,
The line is 6.5 for Appalachian State, but Miami of Ohio has the better record. They're 11-2.
all right. I think I'm gonna go with the Redhawks here of Miami of Ohio, just because, like I say, it is a coin toss and stuff like that too. And and if this was the Appalachian State team of last year, I probably would pick Appalachian State. But seeing that this year they're a little bit more down than normal and stuff like that, plus with Miami having a great season too, coming out of the MAC, which, is a pretty decent conference. I mean, there's a lot of good players that have come from there. But yeah, just give me Miami in this one.
Ben Roethlisberger being the one, being the main one that I can think of.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? Give Appalachian State in this. The only reason I'm picking Appalachian State is because they're the only team to beat James Madison this season. They beat him in overtime. And I have a feeling where if they could figure out how to beat James Madison when they have a much better record than what Appalachian State has, I think they can do the same thing with Miami of Ohio. So yeah, give me the Mountaineers out of App State here. Alrighty, let's move over. I'm going to butcher the name of this one because I actually don't know how to pronounce this. I think it's the Isleta, New Mexico Bowl. And that'll be between New Mexico State, who had a fantastic year this year at 10-4, and then Fresno State at 8-4. So both teams had. So New Mexico State has 2 more games over Fresno State, and I have no idea how that's possible.
Because if I remember right, New Mexico State was one of the week 0 teams,
which they should have had 2 bye weeks then later in the year.
Yeah, hell, I really don't know honestly either, but yeah,
and it looks like they played a full 14 game schedule,
which is interesting.
Yeah. Their first game was against UMass and they lost.
Huh. Interesting.
So that gives you an idea as to how their season started. I'll let you take this one first.
Honestly, well, what's the line in this one?
Line is 3.5 for New Mexico State.
I think I'm going to go with Jerry Kill and New Mexico State on this one, just because, like I say, they've had more experience this year. They had a better record and stuff like that. Granted, I know going into a bowl game, that doesn't necessarily mean anything, but
because typically teams have so long to prepare for it. It can be the same amount of time, and it also could be about a week difference.
Mm-hmm. Still, with that said, though, I like New Mexico State in this one. So, yeah, just give me New Mexico State.
I'm agree with you. And the only reason I'm going to agree with both of you, actually, because Elijah also picked New Mexico State here, is literally because this game is in New Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's actually at
Isleta, yeah.
It's at literally the opposite New Mexico team, though. So New Mexico State has to invade their rival team's stadium to play Fresno State. Interesting.
Yeah, it is. For sure.
Alrighty. How about we get to my I don't talk about this much. I haven't been able to. My favorite team outside of Iowa, they will play UCLA at the LA Bowl, the Starco Brands LA Bowl, and that will be Boise State. The line for this game is 4 for UCLA. I'll take this one first. Boise State, another Mountain West championship after defeating Air Force and then defeating UNLV in their home stadium, like a complete day after the Pac-12 championship got done. Very interesting how they were able to do that, and I applaud all crews that can do that in a short time frame. By the way, this is the last bowl game for Saturday, so the Saturday the 16th. Give me the Broncos out of Boise State on this one. UCLA's had that off year this year, and they're usually like one of the teams that are battling for the top of the Pac-12, and I think Boise State's going to be able to clip them down in LA. So give me the Broncos.
I think I'm going to have to go with UCLA on this one because it's technically a home game, even though it isn't technically a home game.
Yeah.
So, and it's nothing against Boise State, too. It's just, kind of taking that stuff into advantage as, just kind of taking that stuff into it as well. Anytime you can be close to home, regardless of how long you have to prepare and stuff like that, is usually a benefit. But, give me UCLA in this one.
Yeah. Alrighty, let's get to the next day. Oh, no, sorry. This is the final game on the 16th. It is Cal taking on Texas Tech in the Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl. Both Cal and Texas Tech had 6-6 seasons. The line is 3 for Texas Tech, and this game will be at Independence Stadium in Shreveport, Louisiana. I'm pretty sure this is the home. This is going to be at Tulane's Stadium, if I'm not mistaken.
At Tulane, you said?
I think this is Tulane's Stadium. Let me just confirm that. Independence Stadium. I'm pretty sure this is Tulane Stadium. I'm confirming that now. No, it's literally just a stadium that they host bowl games at. It's literally just a random stadium.
Interesting.
I'm pretty sure it's hosted for high school football.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're playing at a high school football stadium. That's sad. All right, I'll let you go.
Give me Texas Tech on this one. And I really can't tell you why.
I mean, Texas Tech has had a successful last 5 games of their season.
Mm-hmm.
They went 3-2 with wins over TCU, Kansas, and UCF, which, by the way, I watched that Kansas game. Kansas should have lost to Iowa State, but that's beside the point. With losses to Texas, obviously, because Texas is Texas. And BYU, surprisingly. BYU losing to BYU 27-14. And then Cal, same results. 3-2 to round out their last 5 games with 3 straight consecutive wins over Washington State, Stanford, and UCLA. 2 of the 3 games I just mentioned, back-to-back road games. And if you're wondering their 2 losses prior, it's Oregon and USC. USC was actually close, 50-49. And then they're off. I think that wore out their offense because they got blown out 63-19. You know what? Read the chat. Trevor, Comb your damn hair. Sorry, it's tired. I don't really kind of have a care.
Bad hair day.
Yeah.
I understand that one.
I'm agree with you guys. Give me Texas Tech. Oh, wrong thing. I'm agree with you guys on Texas Tech. I don't know why. I mean, Cal could easily win this game, but I trust the Big 12 to clutch out bowl season. So, all right, next up, Western Kentucky and Old Dominion in the famous Toastery Bowl. It's the only game on Monday the 18th. Old Dominion is a 2.5 favorite, 6-6 on the year. Western Kentucky 7-5 on the year, so literally only a 1-game difference. Give me, where's this game at? This game is at Jerry Richardson Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm assuming that's home of the 49ers. Yeah, so they're at the Charlotte 49ers home stadium. Give me, I'll agree with Elijah here in Western Kentucky. I think the only reason I'm going to agree with him, agree here, is Western Kentucky has the better record.
And you know what? I think I'm also going to agree just because I really don't follow a lot of Western Kentucky and stuff like that. And yeah.
I haven't really followed Old Dominion or Western Kentucky.
Yeah, that's just the thing with a lot of these like smaller teams like that, unless you're like a diehard fan of a team or you happen to play a team that you follow or something. It's kind of hard to keep up with a lot of these smaller teams, especially because a lot of these lower conference Division I opponents play on like any other day other than just Saturday too. So yeah, I mean, just give me Western Kentucky on this one for really no other reason other than the record.
Yeah. Oh, so we have someone new in the chat. Wheat Grinkus. He says to give him Western Kentucky. That's interesting. Oh, I mean, yeah, that's probably like the easiest one. Looking at chat here, I'm like way guys. Yeah, I'm way behind on chat.
Yeah, basically, Wheat Greenkiss was kind of giving you his thoughts and opinions on some of the teams too, and Riley just popped in and says hi as well. Wendy also popped in and said hi.
Wheat Grinkus, we are picking that game. We are picking Florida State and Georgia.
So we'll get to that when we get to that. It'll probably be a little. Yeah.
Bring this comment back up when we get to it. So,
because we all have very honest opinions here. But anyway, we'll get to that when we get to that.
Here, I'll thumb up mine. All right. UTSA and Marshall in the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl. Scooters Coffee, very, very delicious hot chocolate, I have been told. Marshall went 6-6 on the year. UTSA is heavy favorite, and by heavy, I mean a 13-point favorite. And with these bowl games being this close, typically when you see something like that, it usually means that there's something wrong with the team that's not favored. So, yes, I do need to make differences in order to actually come back and win. This is not going to be one of those games I pick. Give me UTSA.
Give me UTSA.
Here, I'll just sum up what I would say in one of my favorite ways of saying it. Meep meep.
Yeah, pretty much.
If anyone doesn't know Roadrunner, then you are too young on this channel. Next up, we move to Friday, December 22nd. And wait a minute. Hold up. Oh, no, never mind. Thursday, December 21st. My bad. In the roofclaim.com Boca Raton Bowl. This game will be played in Boca Raton, Florida at Florida Atlantic University Stadium, home of the usual home of the Owls. USF and Syracuse both went 6-6 on the year. Both teams ending their year completely different. Not completely different, but differently. Syracuse ended their year 2-3 in their last 5 with losses to Virginia Tech, Boston College, Georgia Tech, and wins over Pitt and Wake Forest. Wake Forest is a shock to me because Wake Forest usually is good in the ACC. And then for USF or South Florida, because no one typically calls USF. They don't call them USF. They call them South Florida. They call UCF because that just makes more sense. They finished their year 3-5 with win-loss. Beat Connecticut, lost to Memphis. We'll get to them later. Win over Temple, lost to UTSA. We just picked UTSA. And win over the Charlotte 49ers. Jake, I went. Actually, I'll go first this time because I've let you go first a few times. No, not trying to be mean. Give me Syracuse is a 3-point favorite in this one. You know what? I'm gonna pick USF, and it's not because of football reasons. It's because they came out with some slick hockey jerseys, and I loved them. Go ahead.
You know what? I think I'm also going to go with USF. With it being closer to South Florida and stuff like that, basically it's a location thing, and the fact that they both kind of ended on the same boat and all that stuff. I feel like this could be a low-key good game.
Oh, yeah. And this game is on Thursday. I might watch that game. Hell, I might even stream this game. Yeah, I might stream this game because I got nothing going on the 21st other than my podcast, which y'all should definitely go check out. And then the 22nd, I got hopefully my first broadcast gig. So, cross fingers on that. We move to the 22nd. And that'll be Georgia Tech and UCF. It's kind of interesting seeing Georgia Tech in a bowl game after how bad they've been. So good turnaround for the Yellow Jackets. And a okay first year for UCF in the Big 12 for the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl. UCF is a 4.5-point favorite. I am going to I hope to God that you guys are not picking up on the notifications through Discord because I don't even know how I'm getting those right now. Both teams basically ended the same way, 3-2 to close out the year. Georgia Tech ended with wins over North Carolina, Virginia, and Syracuse, and with losses to Clemson and obviously Georgia, which we will get to that later as well. UCF closed out their season 3-2 as well, with losses to West Virginia, and Texas Tech, and with wins over Cincinnati, Oklahoma State, a convincing win at that, and Houston. This game being 4.5 for UCF, I'm going to, you know what? I've been high on this UCF Knights all year. Give me the Knights.
I think I'm also going to take UCF just because, again, Georgia Tech, while they had a good year and all that stuff, I don't know. I almost trust UCF more than I trust Georgia Tech, even though I really don't trust either team that much or a ton. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain, but yeah, I mean, UCF has a really decent team. They have a good future ahead of them and stuff like that. And really, for no other reason than I just trust UCF more than Georgia Tech at this point. So give me UCF.
UCF, the unofficial 2017 College Football Playoff National Champions.
Yep. But anyway.
And if you guys don't know why,
Look
then
that up.
go look back at 2017.
Yeah.
You'll understand. Alrighty. Troy and Duke in the 76 Birmingham Bowl, which is a gas station chain, if anyone is curious. Troy is a 7.5 point favorite over Duke, which is very shocking in my personal opinion. Jake, I'll let you go first on this one.
I mean, Duke started off so hot this year, including an upset win at the time against Clemson and stuff like that, but then kind of mellowed out and kind of died down and stuff like that as I got closer to the end of the year. Plus, I think they fired their head coach, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't remember that if they did. If you heard something and I didn't, then I'll just go with what you say.
Anyway, regardless, I know that Duke kind of ended the year off a little bit unceremoniously. We'll just kind of put it that way, I guess, for lack of a better term. But, yeah, it is interesting, though, that Troy is a touchdown favorite. You know what? Screw it. Give me Troy in this one.
Are you
We got to
picking
make
Troy
things
as
a little
an
bit
upset?
fun here.
Are you picking Troy as an upset or you're straight? Actually, no, it wouldn't even be an upset, but
Yeah, just a straight pick.
okay.
Like I said, we got to have at least one or two differences here. And if we all pick the
Yeah.
same thing, it's just some of the games are just so obvious that it's kind of, well, I mean, it'd be stupid not to. But, yeah, I mean, just give me Troy in this one. I have no idea why.
Yeah. I am on the fence with this one. Troy has had a fantastic season, rounding out with the win in their conference championship. I believe it was a conference championship over Appalachian State. You know what? I'll agree with you. Give me Troy. Conference title over non-conference champ, but then again, we'll get to that later.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're up to 4 differences according to Elijah, so
we are. We're at 1, 2. Yeah, 4 is what I'm counting right now. All right. How about we head over? Let me make sure. To Montgomery, Alabama for the Camellia Bowl. Arkansas State and Northern Illinois. The line is basically 0. It's 1 for Arkansas State. But here's the thing about the lines, though. We did this last year, and the lines were like pretty much nothing, like this big. Okay.
Yeah, this is literally a coin toss for a lot of these. So usually how it is in bowl game season, though, especially because most of the time you have at least 2 to 3 weeks off. So yeah, it definitely gives you a chance to study your opponents and stuff like that. But yeah.
Which, by the way, I do want to mention something from the last video you guys have. Actually, we didn't even do a video on conference champ. Yeah, yes, we did. Yes, we did. Did we?
It was a live stream kind of thing.
Yeah, we did a live stream because it was literally a short week. We picked Army and Navy that week, I believe. I believe we did that week, right?
I can't remember, honestly. But anyway, regardless.
I'm the only one that picked Army of the group. So, do I get an invisible Commander-in-Chief's trophy to go with armies? I hope to God. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I know the game was last week, Elijah. I just couldn't remember if we picked that during the live or not.
Yeah, I think we did pick that. Basketball school is becoming a football school. Blue Devils. I gotta remember to constantly keep looking at chat, so I'm gonna do this. Okay, so yeah.
I could also keep an eye on that too, since I have it open in the.
Because honestly, this looks so much better.
Yeah, because you could actually see each team.
Yeah. All right. We were on Arkansas State, Northern Illinois. You know what? Give me a Northern Illinois here. Only because of how close this line is.
And I think I'm going to take Arkansas State. For no other reason than I just want to take Arkansas State, if I'm being honest with you here.
Yeah. Alrighty, back over to the left side. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new oh crap. New challenger has approached. The James Madison Dukes of Chem Bowling. And they will take on the runner-ups in the Commander-in-Chief's trophy in Air Force. I don't even want to look at the line. Actually, I'm glad I did. It is 3 for James Madison. Madison Roche, what's this? This is college football bowl season predictions. So if you like what you see, do hit that sub button and hit the like if you haven't subbed already. This is basically what I've been doing all season. I've got a couple hockey streams throughout the year. I do plan to go live for the Winter Classic this year. I will not, because I don't think I'm scheduled New Year's Day. So I will go live for the Winter Classic. Rose Bowl, however, I think I'm going to miss out on. But we'll get to that when we get to that. All right. Give me the Dukes from James Madison. Actually, I'm agree with Elijah here. Give the Dukes as my lock.
Fuck it. Let's do a triple lock, baby.
Oh, let's go! Applause all around. Triple lock.
Especially because James Madison, let's not sugarcoat it here. They earned their right to be in the bowl game. They earned their right in the FBS, even with all of that BS, NCAA politics, blah, 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 that always tends to happen. I mean, they earned their right to the bowl game. They only had, one loss, I think?
Yeah, 11-1.
Yeah, exactly, Elijah. But to be fair, though, that's how the NCAA is, Because here's the thing, because James Madison was an FCS school that jumped to the FBS, I think, last year? It's either last year or this year.
I think this is their first year. Actually, no, you're right. Last year was their first year.
And typically you're on a bowl ban for 2 years while you transition. Whatever. I really don't know. But anyway, regardless, James Madison earned it.
It's an outdated rule that they need to change.
Yeah, exactly. But to be fair, though, the NCAA has a lot of rules that they need to change and take care of. But again, we could do a live stream just complaining about the NCAA some other time if we really wanted to, just because, there's a lot of... Anyway, regardless, James Madison earned it. Give me the Dukes as a 3-way lock.
Oh, yeah. How about to one of my favorite sponsored bowl games, the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. Show the standings again? Yeah. So, bowl season is wide open. This will literally be the time of year where this will look completely different by probably...
Heck, I'd say New Year's.
New Year's Day.
before we get to the New Year's 6 even.
Which we are going to do the New Year's 6 in a separate video.
Okay.
So we are going, so yeah, that's so we will not, actually, no, we're doing the New Year's 6. The college football playoff, we're going to do in a separate video.
Okay.
So we're only going to miss 2 of the games. So bear with us on that. Which, by the way, and I'm actually really excited to see how next year is going to work out for the playoff because of there won't be bowl games that get played for the playoff, unless I think it's still going to be the semifinals and the final.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't know either, honestly. I don't know how all that's going to work because next year it's going to be an absolute crazy you-know-what, especially with all the mega conferences and all the switching and stuff. So when we get to, like, the 2024 season, we'll try to, break it down, like, during the preseason and stuff because, well, let's just say this is going to be an absolute nightmare.
Oh, yeah. But let's be honest, we're kind of excited to encounter this nightmare. Am I wrong?
No. And Elijah's like, Spencer Petras' team. That's right, Utah State. And then it looks like, according to what Elijah says, 1-4 get a bye, 5 hosts 12, 6-11, 7-10, 8-9. So, like I say, we'll kind of, if we want to, like during the playoffs or something like that, maybe we can kind of go over that a little bit since, we only have to pick like 4 games or 2 games or whatever.
Oh, yeah. And I'm pretty sure that even if you get eliminated from the playoff, I'm pretty sure you will get an automatic bid to a bowl game.
Like I say, we can kind of go over that stuff too, but let's get back to potatoes.
Yes, let's get to the potatoes, as Utah State will host Georgia State in Boise, Idaho. Utah State is a 1-point favorite. And Spencer Petras, former Hawkeye, will not be playing in this game because he has to wait out the end of the year. That's the dumb thing about the transfer portal. If you enter it, you automatically lose your eligibility for that team, but you will not be able to play for that new team until the following season.
Alrighty, Trev. Well, let's go ahead and quick pick this game because after we pick this game, we have some news to report. So let's quick pick this game before we forget, and then we'll move on to the next one.
Give me. Are they called the Cougars?
I think Utah State's the Aggies as well.
I'm thinking Georgia. I think Georgia State's called the Panthers.
I think so too.
Give me the Panthers.
Georgia State.
Give me Georgia State.
Oh, go ahead. I'll let you finish your thought.
I don't know why. I really don't. Actually, no, I changed my pick. Give me Utah State. Give me Utah State. Georgia State went, how did they close out their year? Hold on. Let me confirm this really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. They lost their last 5 games.
Yeah, give me Utah State as well. I love Elijah was just like, never mind. And then also real quick here, breaking news. Oregon State's former starting quarterback DJ Uiagalelei follows his coaches to Michigan State. So it sounds like DJ Uiagalelei will be the Michigan State starting quarterback next season. Thanks for the update, Elijah.
I'm actually looking forward to seeing that.
That could be intriguing.
It's going to be interesting to see. Next up is the 68 Ventures Bowl. I somehow completely screwed that up, but I think we're still on track here. That is going to be USA or South Alabama versus Eastern Michigan. And oh boy, give me South Alabama because the line is 16.5.
Oof, yeah, that's a South Alabama for me too then. Like I said,
sorry Eagles. All right. Next up is the SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl, and that will be Utah versus Northwestern. I'll let you go, Jake.
I think I'm going to go with Utah on this one. Just because, well, Utah, in my opinion, is a better team than Northwestern, even with all the stuff that happened and stuff. But yeah, I mean, what is the line for this one?
7 for Utah.
So yeah, give me Utah. I feel pretty confident in that.
Yeah, give me Utah. Nothing against Northwestern. Northwestern had a fantastic year.
Especially with all the stuff that happened.
It was a good year to be a Wildcat fan from Northwestern. Unfortunately, you will not have a bowl trophy to take home for this year. But future is bright. Your future is bright. Might beat Iowa next year. Kidding.
He wanted to pick Northwestern, but the line was too big. And he's done good in his first season, Dave Brown. Yeah, again, especially with the circumstances that Northwestern had going into this year with that whole Pat Fitzgerald scandal. And yeah, I'm not going to go over it. Just look that up. It's quite disturbing, really, if that stuff is indeed true. But yeah, I mean, Northwestern bounced back in a huge way.
Yeah. Okay, next up, and this is the final game for Christmas Eve. Yes, I have patent pending on calling the day before Christmas Eve, Christmas Eve. Coastal Carolina versus San Jose State. Coastal Carolina, the Chanticleers, a 7-5 team. 10-point underdogs to the Spartans from San Jose State. Interesting. By the way, this is the Easy Post Hawaii Bowl. And I think I understand the reasoning as to why the line is so much is because San Jose State, is so much closer to Hawaii.
Oh, and yeah, Coastal Carolina is about as far on the opposite side of the country as you can get.
Other than going all the way up to New York, but yes. Yeah, I want to pick Coastal Carolina in a huge upset pick here, but with San Jose State already knowing how to play in Hawaii, give me the Spartans.
Also give me the Spartans too. Just because, yeah, like exactly what you said, they're closer. It's not as much of a travel. I think they even travel to Hawaii normally. Like Hawaii is one of their conference opponents, right? Mountain West.
Hawaii?
Yeah.
They are. They actually were out there earlier this year.
So yeah, I mean, like I say, San Jose State's not that far away. So, and travel and stuff like that will be a big thing. Especially depending on how they decide to travel, if they go out there a little bit early and stuff like that. But yeah.
And hell, I mean, their counterparts in the NHL are doing somewhat good, which is scary.
Mm-hmm. But that'll be for a different day.
Yeah. Alrighty. That is it prior to Christmas Day. We go to the day after Christmas, or Boxing Day, for Canada, because Canada has technically 2 Christmases. Surprisingly, I don't know.
Christmas and Boxing Day, but anyway.
I don't know what that's all about. But Bowling Green will take on the only team that does not have a 6-6 record this year. That is Minnesota.
That still shocks the shit out of me that they got a bowl game with all that stuff going on. And this isn't a salty Iowan coming out either. But, I mean, you can read Elijah's comment if you want me to divulge more into that. Yeah, I mean,
Minnesota
you're
got
not
a
wrong,
pity ball.
Elisha. I agree with you
I
on that.
agree. I
I
agree, but I
agree.
mean,
And normally I don't really hate the Gophers at all. I mean, which is kind of weird being an Iowan and all that stuff. But then again, my favorite teams are Vikings, Twins, Wild, so regardless, so give me Bowling Green in this one. And like I say, we don't have to go over why. I mean, you can literally read Elijah's comment there. If you don't, just look up Minnesota versus Iowa, because I don't want to relive that again either.
I apologize to all of my fellow Iowans.
Oh, wow.
Give me the Gophers. The only reason I'm picking Minnesota is because it's a 3.5 point favorite for Minnesota. And they need to pick me up. They ended their year with 4 consecutive losses, all to really, really tough teams. And
My
that's
opinion should have been 5, but again, not going there.
4 in a row. Their one win in their last 5 was against Michigan State.
Oh, okay.
You
mother.
I apologize to all of my Iowans.
Why you little? No, sorry.
Hey, roast me in the comments, but Bowling
Yeah,
Green
you're
does not have
good.
a
Like
shot
I
against.
say, this is just Now
Bowling
we're up to
Green
6. Yeah, Elijah. Now we're up to 6 differences.
Bowling Green does not have a shot against Minnesota. I apologize. I'll move on before I get my hood torn off, and that's Texas State and Rice, the Battle of Texas here in the First Responder Bowl in Dallas, Texas. Two Texas teams to play in a bowl game in the middle of Texas. At least travel cost isn't going to cost that much.
True.
Actually, you know what? I think Rice actually plays in Dallas. No, they play in Houston. They play in Houston.
Yeah, like I say, whenever Trev decides to do another hockey stream, we'll try to do try to at least give some sort of a notice and stuff. But
Oh yeah,
just gotta stay close.
Yeah, do stay close. Madison, really quick before you leave, if you're looking for a nice little jersey to add to a collection of sort, head on over to my new friends at. I'm gonna point way over there because that is my new sponsorship. That is JerseyNinja.com. They've got Christmas themed jerseys. They've got band themed jerseys. We'll take a quick pause here after the next couple of bowl games and I can show you guys some of the products that they have because oh my god, these are nice. But use code TMoney2190 at checkout to save yourself 10% on your order, and you also have a pay in 4 option through an app called Klarna. Jake here knows a little thing or two about Klarna and Zip.
Yep. That's where I basically go to buy a lot of my jerseys and stuff like that, like especially hockey and stuff like that. Klarna and Zip you can use pretty much anywhere. Like Zip especially, like they have a partnership with like Fanatics and a lot of those big sites too. So that's where I got a lot of my jerseys and like especially my hockey jerseys and stuff like that for this season. So, and also stay tuned, hint, 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 hint. I might have a couple videos dropping before the end of the day, so stay tuned for that as well. And yeah, let's get back to the feature presentation. And also, Torrey Taylor and Cooper DeJean were named unanimous All-Americans, which doesn't surprise me at all.
Yep. All right. I've got Jersey Ninja pulled up, so we will take a quick look at that here once we get to there. But yes, Texas State and Rice. Texas State's a 400-point favorite in the city of Dallas. I'm going to pick. Bobcats or Owls? That's an interesting animal matchup. Like, not even talking sports related. Over 60 and a half. What's closer to Dallas? Houston or Getting it. Hold on. Or San Marcos.
I honestly don't know. Because Texas is a massive state.
Okay, Google. Mileage difference from Dallas to San Marcos.
These are the top results.
Directions from San Marcos to Dallas, Texas.
All right. The best way to get from San Marcos.
3 hours from San Marcos. Okay, Google. Directions from Houston to Dallas.
All right. The best way to get.
It's about the same. So I can't even really pick because of travel. It's about a 5-minute difference from each city. Give me the Owls. Oh, no. Y'all saw nothing. Y'all saw nothing. You didn't see anything. Go.
I think I'm also going to go with the Owls. For no reason, really.
All these games are toss-ups.
Well, what's the line for this, you said?
The line for this is 4 for Texas State.
Alrighty.
Let's move on over. The second. The third Big 12 team we have picked this bowl season, if I'm counting correctly. Yeah. The third different Big 12 team is Kansas and University of Nevada, Las Vegas, UNLV, in the Guaranteed Rate Bowl, which I was kind of hoping that it was going to be Iowa State and Minnesota secretly because of what Elijah said. But Kansas is a 12.5-point favorite. This game is actually being played at the National League Champions baseball stadium, Chase Field.
Oh,
so
nice.
I think because it's closer to Arizona. Actually, no, I'm not even gonna try and play that card. Kansas has had really good years this year. UNLV came close to a Mountain West title. Kansas found their footing. Give me the Jayhawks.
And also give me the Jayhawks. Just for, like you say, I mean, this Kansas team, as weird and as crazy as it is to say, is no longer a pushover team in the Big 12 for football.
It sucks to say that.
It really does, but at the same time, it's also kind of cool and interesting because now the Big 12 conference actually is a very competitive conference, which is nice,
Considering OU and Texas are no longer part of it.
Yeah, well, to be fair, they added like another 5 teams, so it's not like, there's going to be plenty of competition. We'll just put it that way.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited. So we added Utah, Arizona State, and then Colorado.
Yep.
So
which is ironic considering Colorado came from the Big 12 to the Pac-12 back to the Big 12, if I remember right.
Now, if only Missouri boys drinking straight out of a 1 liter. 1 liter. 1 liter. Get it right. Now, if only Missouri returns back to the Big 12.
Get all the old rivalries back together, eh?
Yes, please. Big 12 needs more rivalries. Alrighty. Moving on, as we are done with our little break. I think the next break we'll take a look at some Jersey Ninja because I want to show you guys some of these products. These are amazing products.
And then when you do that, I'll go use the bathroom and take care of a couple things too. So,
yep. Alrighty. Let's go Tulane and Virginia Tech in the Military Bowl presented by. Oh, hey, we're talking about bowling. GoBowling.com. Virginia Tech, an 8-point favorite, but I'm sorry. Me being a Saints fan and seeing Tulane doing very well this year, is it illegal to do a double lock? Or can we do a double lock? Elijah, can we do multiple locks? I'm waiting for a response on this. Because I would love to do a double lock on this. It won't be a double win, double loss. It'll literally just be I want to have another lock pick.
I mean, if you want to, I mean, it's in. If the other team is favored, it's an upset.
Can I have multiple upsets then? Because there is one upset that I'm thinking about doing.
Honestly, for bowl season, I can see that just because there's so many freaking games.
Yeah, so let's do that. Nope, we can't do multiple upsets. That's one per... Bro, bowl season, there's so many games.
Well, we could kind of take a look at that going into next year because there are a couple rules I want to kind of tweak going into the 24 season.
Yeah.
That could be something we look at.
Yeah. So, yeah,
but
let's
that's fine, though. But honestly, though, that's fine, though, just because, well, that's the way we've done it this entire year. So let's not change it up now if we don't have to and really confuse everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Give me the green wave.
Give me Tulane on this one as well. But I think I'm just going to leave this as my normal pick for now.
Yeah. Even though I don't understand why Virginia Tech's favorite, it's literally a 6-16 versus an 11-2 team. Wait, where is it played? Oh, it's in Annapolis. That's why. It's in Annapolis. So it's literally
Maryland, yeah.
It's literally a home game for Virginia Tech, basically.
You know what, Stuart? I'm still picking with Tulane, though.
Yeah, I'm still picking with Tulane, but that explains why the spread is so big. Okay. Moving on over. I think this is our first ranked team this bowl season.
Yep, it is.
USC and Louisville, and that will be the DirecTV Holiday Bowl. Louisville is a 7.5-point favorite. I'll let you go, Jake.
I think I'm going to go with Louisville just because the way USC kind of ended the year, you know, there's a lot of questions about Caleb Williams, this, that, and the other thing. Is he too passionate? Is he a crybaby? Blah, 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 blah. Louisville coming off of arguably one of their best seasons they've had, arguably since Lamar Jackson was under center like 8 years ago and all that stuff. Yeah, I mean, give me Louisville because they played, you know, Florida State tough. Granted, Florida State was without their quarterback, and again, that's another different thing. Oh, yeah, and Williams isn't even playing either.
I was just going to waiting for you to pause it. Waiting for you to pause to even mention that. Yeah, Williams is sitting out the Holiday Bowl. I think he.
Oh, yeah, that's got to be intriguing.
Is he declaring for the draft, or is he transferring again?
No, he'd be stupid not to apply for the draft. He's like a top 5 prospect in the NFL next year.
Yeah, because if he goes one more year and he has another year, then his draft he's declaring. Okay.
Yeah, like I say, he's a top 5 pick in the NFL. A lot of people are arguing he could go number 1 or 2. So,
not after this year. To
be fair though, Sam Darnold went number 2 overall. So, yeah, anything's possible.
Hot take: Caleb Williams gets drafted within the top 10, not the top 5.
Hey.
He will get drafted between 6 and 10. All right. Next game, because I also picked Louisville. This one I might have a homer pick here, just a slight bit. This is the Tax Act Texas Bowl. My God, they need to change that sponsorship. It is Texas A&M and the Oklahoma State Cowboys, who are ranked 20th in the nation somehow. Go ahead.
What's the line on this one?
2.5 for A&M.
Ooh. This is tricky, but I don't know. I think I'm going to have to go with Oklahoma State on this one, even though I don't feel confident. But just something has just drawn me to the Cowboys this year, especially after they beat Oklahoma. I mean, yeah, sure, they might have, lost in the Big 12 championship game and stuff like that. But the fact that Oklahoma State, had arguably one of their best years they've had in a hot minute. Especially going, and taking down your arch rival in, battle of, what do they call it? The Battle of Bedlam? Was Oklahoma State. So, yeah, taking them down to last year. Oklahoma's in the Big 12 and all that stuff. So, yeah, give me the Cowboys of Oklahoma State.
I've got some breaking news coming in from Elijah. As he reports that, to be quite honest, and I'm not trying to ask this to be mean, how is Oklahoma State still ranked? Joe Flacco signs 1-year deal with Cleveland. There you go. How is Oklahoma State ranked? They have 2 really, really bad losses this year. To South Alabama, 33-7, and then to UCF, 45-3.
But they also beat Oklahoma, who a lot of people up until a couple weeks ago were saying they could be, in the national championship conversation.
Fair.
They also made the Big 12 championship game.
Fair. And then got absolutely demolished by a team they should have been demolished by.
So, yeah, I mean, you kind of outweigh the good with the bad there. And like I say, this is probably the best year they had, even if they had a couple of ugly losses.
Yeah.
Thrown in there, too.
I think I'm going to stick with who I think I was going to originally pick, and I think that's going to be A&M. And that's not, and like I said, it's nothing against the Big 12, because I'm a huge supporter of the Big 12, especially when it comes to bowl season. I want to see all the Big 12 teams win, because I think all the conferences actually battle out for a trophy for themselves. So like the conference whole has a trophy presented them for being the most successful conference in bowl season.
That makes sense.
And I don't know. The SEC is really difficult, especially when this used to be a game played almost every year.
Yeah.
But yeah, give me the Aggies up. Give me the Aggies in is this being played in Arlington? No, NRG Stadium. So Oklahoma State will just go a little bit farther south from where they were at. All right. Next up, another Big 12 team. That is North Carolina and West Virginia in the Duke's Mayo Bowl, which this year it features a Big 12 team. So I think it's the way they decide these bowl games are so damn stupid. Like, why can't all these bowl games be Drake May declared? That's why. Okay, so that's why they picked North Carolina. Okay, yeah. So you know my opinion on the Big 12. Give me the Mountaineers.
Oh, country roads, take me home, big boy. Let's go West Virginia.
To the place that I belong.
Yeah, exactly.
Alrighty. We move down to Thursday, December 28th. We are on the verge of New Year's, as we will have Rutgers take on Miami in New York, or the Bronx, New York. in the newly branded Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl. Yankee Stadium. Whew. Iowa State played here against Rutgers and got their ass kicked. So Rutgers knows how to win here. Jake, go ahead.
What's the line on this one?
It's literally basically nothing. It's 1 for Miami.
Plus, if I remember right, hey Elijah, can you do a fact check for me? I think Miami's quarterback is not playing in this one, right? I think he transferred out, if I'm correct.
What was that, sorry?
Miami's quarterback, I think he transferred to, ironically enough, Wisconsin, if I remember right.
No.
I thought I read something about there's like a quarterback transferring to Wisconsin. Yep. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So
okay. You know what? I'm gonna pick Rutgers.
And I'm also gonna pick Rutgers.
The only reason I'm going to pick Rutgers is because Miami failed to seal a game when all they needed to do was kneel down the football.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're not gonna live that one down.
No, and I'm not gonna pick them to win a bowl game if that's how their coaching is gonna be. Give me the Scarlet Knights. Alrighty. Moving on down. Finally another ranked opponent. SMU will take on Boston College, literally a little bit farther up the street from the game that we just picked in Fenway for the Wasabi Fenway Bowl. Jake, I'll let you go.
Honestly, I think I'm going to go with SMU. Just because they had a little bit better season and stuff like that, a little more consistency. And, yeah, what's the line on this one, too?
It's 10.5 for SMU.
Yeah, give me SMU. I could see you also picking SMU, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Elijah. SMU's finally escaping the death penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, like real quick here, SMU was one of the only teams that actually got hit with the death penalty. Look that up because I'm not exactly 100% sure what happened, but like I want to say it was in the 80s. SMU got caught doing some really bad stuff, like as far as like recruiting and this and that and the other thing, I think, and they literally got the death penalty. Like they got bowl ban, they got basically everything but their team taken away.
Yeah. All right. Let's do these next two because I know that paying recruits.
Okay, thank you, Elijah. I knew it was something like that, which ironically enough now is 100% legal. That's called NIL.
Yeah. All right. Let's do these next two, and then we'll take a quick break so that way I can show off Jersey Ninja for you guys because it's a really cool website. I can show you some of the jerseys that they sell. And then we'll get right back into it so that way Jake can take a little boys' room break. This next one will be Arizona and Oklahoma in the Alamo Bowl. One of the bowl games that is still famous to this day.
Yeah.
-3 for the will be big. This is future Big 12 versus going to be former Big 12.
All right, Elijah. Good luck.
Yep, good luck, man. Give me... I'm on the high. I still think Oklahoma's trash. Give me the Wildcats. Let's go, Cats!
I think I'm going to go with Oklahoma. Just because, like I said, it's still Oklahoma, but...
All right. Next one, and then we'll take a quick break so I can start off Jersey Ninja for you guys because, like I said, I love this website. It's really cool. Kansas State and North Carolina State, or NC State. Kansas State's favored by 3. This game is the bowl you were wondering about, Jake. It is the Pop-Tarts Bowl. What was the Cheez-Its Bowl, if I shall mention.
So they go from one tasty snack to another snack. That's probably just as fattening. But anyway. As a guy who's delved in many a Cheez-It and many a Pop-Tart back in his day, you know.
Which, by the way, this game is supposed to have an edible mascot from what I hear.
That's going to be something interesting to watch. Like, how the heck is that going to work?
Well, I guess we'll find out come December 28th, huh?
Yeah. Well, anyway, what's the line on this one?
It is 3 for Kansas State.
You know what? Give me North Carolina State on this one. Just because I trust them a little bit more than K-State. Just because you don't know what K-State team is going to show up. That's literally about it.
We beat them in Farmageddon. They're winning a bowl game this year. Give me the Wildcats. Let's go, Cats, baby.
I just realized we could have a Wildcat versus Wildcat matchup.
When?
Next year.
Oh, that's right. Kansas State versus Arizona. I forgot about that. All right. Let's take a quick pause for the cause here so that way I could show off this my new sponsorship. He said I can call it a sponsorship. So it is Jersey Ninja. Here, I'll full screen both things for everyone to see here.
And I'll be right back.
All right. So what Jersey Ninja is they have partnerships with different brands. Mountain Dew is one of them. As you can see, they also have performance tees. So like basketball jerseys. They have sweatshirts. And then they have hockey jerseys. They have black. They have a black and green regular Mountain Dew. They've got what is this? Pitch black Mountain Dew. That'll be black and purple. They have Live Wire in black and orange, which looks really freaking cool. The classic Mountain Dew, which is Mountain Dew Heritage. They have Charged Camo, which is a military style. They have Mountain Dew Full Throttle, which is the energy drink, I believe. And then let's also look at some of their other ones that they have. They have Christmas themes ones, which is what I'm wearing right now. There's the white version of the one I'm wearing right now. There's the one that I have, the black one. I think they even have a red one, I believe. They do, but they have a different form of white one. But yeah, they have really cool ones. And if you guys are also looking for like Halloween stuff ones, they usually do have more, but right now they have 3. What else do they have? They have 4th of July. Check out this one. This one is actually one of my favorites that I'm looking to get next year. That I'm looking to get next, which is it's a bald eagle with the American flag on its wings, which is really cool. What else do they have? They've got TVs and movies. They've got the Sudbury Blueberry Bulldogs. They've got, what is this? Actually, I don't know what that one is. Goon. There's one. They've got Star Wars. They actually have multiple different Star Wars ones. The Lords of the Empire, Lord Vader, or Dark Lords of the Empire. They've got the Kashyyyk Gladiators, the Kashyyyk Kelish Warriors, Black Squadron, Death Troopers. What else do they got here? Like, these are all really cool. The Myrtle Beach Mermen, which I don't know which one that I don't know what that one is. The New York Vigilantes, Casey Jones. So there's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They also got a couple more Star Wars ones here. This one's Goon, so that means the other one was Slapshot. They also have lifestyle ones. They have New York's Finest in the police department, New York Fire Department of New York. They have 4 different styles of that. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different ones for that one. If you're into this, they have Pride one, which I'm looking forward to creating that one soon. They have breast cancer awareness one. That one's really cool. If anyone knows someone who's fighting or has had someone pass breast cancer, this one I recommend. And what else? They also have just a regular Jersey Ninja one. They're coming out with a Team USA barber pole one, which I don't know when that is. I can get some information on that on that later. They also have this one, these cool like Vegas themed ones too. Music. Anyone into music? They also have music styles. They're coming out with my favorite brand, some Rush ones. They just waiting for the licensing to put them out. But the ones that they have is Kiss, Iron Maiden, Poison. I think I saw that they had AC/DC. Yes, AC/DC is another one. What else? Trying to think here. Yeah, there's Kiss. Iron Maiden again. Def Leppard. There you go. There's some good ones right there. And then here's the ones that they're coming out with soon. Looks like Judas Priest. They're coming out with some Judas Priest ones. And then the last page. They're coming out with 2 different Kiss ones. They also have crossover ones. So let's take a look at some of the NFL crossovers here. The one that I just seen it. They've officially released. Actually, hold on. NHL crossovers or NHL mashups. I thought I seen it. No, but they are coming out with one. It is a Minnesota Wild and Minnesota Vikings crossover. But this one they're coming out with, they have a Minnesota Vikings Randy Moss one that they have ready to be released. They have a Dan Marino one. That's pretty cool. Any other ones that they have? Derrick Henry. That's cool. Yeah, this is a really cool website, guys.
Ooh, that creamsicle one looks kind of nice. I know you're not a Bucks fan at all, but that creamsicle all-star one.
Oh, this one right here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know. It looks really nice. They also are coming out, and if anyone has supported the military, U.S. Army ones. They're just, like I said, all they're waiting on is for I think they already have the approval, which is why it says coming soon. Yeah. I don't know when these are going to be released. I can probably get that information for you guys, but if you guys are a big supporter of the military, especially the Army, here's some Army jerseys for you. Kellogg's. Actually, I haven't even looked at Kellogg's to see what that coming soon. Never mind. They also have beer brands. So if anyone's a big beer drinker, Jake.
Hey, now. I mean, you're not wrong. But I mean, you're not wrong, but
what's your drink of choice? What's your drink of choice?
Well, it depends. Are we talking alcohol or non-alcohol?
Let's go alcohol because it's our beer brands.
Well, if it is alcohol, then it is beer. That's typically my go-to style, like for alcohol and stuff. So yeah, and let's see here what brands have. Like Colt 45, it looks like they have.
They have Colt 45. Actually, they have them here. Blue Ribbon, Colt 45, Jack's, National, Bohemian, Old Milwaukee, Old Style, Olympia, Primo, Schultz, Stag, Schross, Bolt, Lucky, and Schaefer.
I've heard of some of them, haven't heard of some of them, but yeah, I mean, so now, like you say, these are all licensed apparel too, with like whatever
Yep, these are all licensed apparel. So they have the licensing to put the logos onto these jerseys.
Yeah, man, I might have to check something out once we get more stock and stuff.
Actually, not even kidding. That looks awesome. With the state of Maryland flag on the shoulders.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Also, the one thing that I probably forgot to mention about these jerseys is these are able to be played in. So if you guys are into hockey and you guys want to, and you have like a beer league and you guys want to like do like a themed night for your guys' teams. Beer league. There you go. Come over to these guys. They do, like I said, they have a pay in 4 option. So if you go through Klarna, you guys you'll be able to buy your jerseys right then and there, and then you'll be able to pay them as you go. And the best part is, and I think I don't know if you guys saw, here, I'll stand up for you guys. It comes with a flight strap.
Oh, they do have fight straps on them.
Yeah. So like I said, if you guys want to do theme nights, these are able to be played in. So yeah, go check them out. Use code TMoney2190 at checkout to save yourself 10% on your entire order. And by the way, I should also mention that is not a one-time use. You can use it however many times you want. Probably only one time per purchase, though.
Yeah.
Right. But you can use it however many times you want. So go check these guys out. These are really awesome jerseys. You can see one right now. Like, look at this. It's really freaking cool. Yeah, see, someone has already purchased the Randy Moss crossover.
Nice. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check them out.
Yeah. All right. Back over to the sheet here. As we are rolling here. As my phone's at like 14%, so I gotta slightly hurry. We mentioned Oregon State earlier in the stream. They are taking on Notre Dame in the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl, which we talked about Kellogg's earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. Their mascot's Tony the Tiger. So the line for this one is 6.5 for Notre Dame. Much better year for me picking Notre Dame games.
Yeah.
Much better year.
Plus, like I say, I think with DJ Ungalale also leaving too, I'm going to have to go with Notre Dame on this one. I know kind of jumping in there, but it's just like.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you here. I'm just going to copy and paste and put Notre Dame there. I love Oregon State. However, they're not winning this bowl game. All righty. Next up, the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl between the Clemson Tigers and the Kentucky Wildcats. SEC versus ACC. Both teams didn't do too terrible at the end of the year, but Clemson had the more better end of the year with winning 4 of their last 5, with closing out their season with a win over in-state rival South Carolina. Give me Clemson to win this game, with the line being at 4 for Clemson.
I'm also going to pick Clemson on this one, just because I feel like Clemson had a better end of the year than they did beginning of the year. And they finally kind of got everything together towards the end. And Kentucky just wasn't the greatest this year, even though they did take down Louisville. But to be fair, that's also a rivalry game. So you always take that with a little grain of salt too. Yeah. But yeah, give me Clemson.
All right. How about the first of the 4 of 6 New Year's 6 bowls? The Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. Missouri, Ohio State. This game is going to be thrilling to watch. Missouri coming off a 10-2 year. No SEC title game appearance because they lost to Georgia. And Ohio State, no Big Ten Bowl championship appearance with the loss to the ultimate champion Michigan Wolverines. This game is such a toss-up. It's 2.5-point favorite for Missouri. This is the game that will define this season for Missouri. Am I wrong for saying that?
No, and that's why I'm picking them.
Ooh, you're picking the Tigers.
Because Kyle McCord is not going to be playing for Ohio State. He transferred.
Oh, that's right. You know what?
So, yeah. And Missouri this year has given me a lot of luck when it comes to upsets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So Missouri's not afraid in big situations. I mean, heck, they've gone toe-to-toe with a lot of the big dogs in the SEC, including Georgia, ultimately losing. But, I mean, it was no cakewalk for them. You know, it was... Yeah, so give me Missouri just because this is probably the best Missouri team I arguably have ever seen, if not in a very long time. And I also have like a lot of like, because I'm also part of another Discord server where there's a lot of Missouri fans who live in the Missouri area who are Mizzou fans. And yeah, they're even saying that this is like one of the best teams that Coach Drinkwitz has ever had. And I can't blame them. I mean, Missouri is not afraid to play big opponents in big situations. I mean, they're in the SEC for crying out loud. That conference, that conference alone has 5 or 6 national championship caliber teams in it every year.
To highlight some of their big wins, 65-yard field goal to beat Kansas State week 3, was it?
Something like that.
Yeah, it was week 3 because I was in Illinois when that game happened. A close battle with their team, with their rivals from the South, you can technically say, from just straight south from them in LSU. Dominant win over their cross-state, their state border rival Arkansas, which, by the way, fucking gorgeous trophy for that game, by the way. The Battle Line trophy.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be interesting because I know that rivalry trophy is coming out with more trophies. They got the Commander-in-Chief's trophy. They've got the bronze boot for Colorado State and Wyoming. And then they have the Dakota marker now.
Oh, yeah, and DSU, SDSU.
Yep.
Which, as a USD fan, anyway, regardless.
Yeah. I can't wait for them to release the Battle Line trophy because I hope they do because that's going to be really freaking cool. Give me Missouri.
Ooh, so we're up to 10.
We are up to 10. Alrighty. Play that freaking song. The Cyclones are back bowling, ladies and gentlemen. And it is a rematch from the 2017 Liberty Bowl in the Liberty Bowl against the Memphis Tigers. Woo! I'm excited. Oh, I had no hopes on this year, and now we have a chance to bring home another Liberty Bell. Memphis closing out their year with a 4-5 record, wins over North Texas, USF, or South Florida, an overtime win over Charlotte. Charlotte apparently had somewhat of a decent year this year. They just were short on bowling this year. Actually, I'm going to confirm that really quick. No, they actually had a crappy year. Never mind. Yeah, they went 2-6. No, 3-9. So,
yes.
Yeah. They're only the loss was to SMU and a win over Temple. And then Iowa State, win-loss. Unfortunately, both their losses were at home against Kansas and Texas. We all knew about the Texas one. Kansas was a little bit more of an in-the-air type of game. Wins were over Baylor, BYU, a dominant win over BYU, and then Snowmageddon in Manhattan over Kansas State. Play that song one last time, Iowa State, and bring home the Liberty Bell. Give me the clones. Go roll clones.
I think you already know where I'm going with this one too. Don't even have
Play
to
that
say a
song.
word. Let's go.
Play that song. Alrighty. How about a very underrated bowl game this year, and it's kind of an interesting one to keep an eye on, is the 6-6 Auburn Tigers taking on the 7-5 Maryland Terrapins in the Trans-Perfect Music City Bowl. What do you think about this one?
What's the line on this one?
2.5 for Auburn, so it's a coin toss.
Ooh. And where's this located?
Nashville?
That's what I'm guessing with Music City.
Yep. Nissan Stadium.
So, but Auburn really isn't that far away either. I mean,
I think it's about the same distance from both sides.
probably. Honestly, though, I think I'm going to go with Maryland.
Woo! Is this going to be an upset? Is this your upset?
No, I think I'm just going to make this my normal.
Okay. I need differences. I'm agree with Elijah here. I'm going to pick Auburn. Yes, Maryland has had a fantastic year, but I think Auburn can pull it out.
That's what she said.
All right. How about instead? Oh, no, one more. We got two more. Two more before we get to the heated aspect of this whole stream. Ole Miss and Penn State in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl in Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. The line is 3.5 for the Nittany Lions.
And I think I'm going to go with the Nittany Lions on this one.
Okay.
Because, again, they had a great season themselves here. I mean, case in point, they blew out Iowa is one of their big wins. They played Ohio State tough, Michigan tough. I mean, they're a really good team. They just can never seem to quite get it done against the Big Ten East big guys, like Ohio State and Michigan. They're always usually like right around there. Penn State always has good recruits. They always play tough. They always compete. Give me the Big Ten in this one and give me Penn State.
Ole Miss has had I think I can say this without getting into too much trouble. The more high quality wins, with wins over LSU. Let me look at their schedule here really quick. If my phone says so, there we go. Wins over LSU. I can't really go much farther than that. Oh, and a close win over Tulane. It was a 17-point win. I'd say that's close. PlayStation controller should be next to the next to my bed. Somewhere over there. Mm-hmm. Weird for you to pair it. Yeah. Yeah, give me, yeah, I'll agree with you guys. Give me Penn State. They've had the closer matchups with wins with close with, against Ohio State, only losing by 6. And then Michigan only losing by, is that also 6? No, 9. So yeah, give me Penn State. All right. Next game is Toledo and Wyoming in the Barstool Arizona Bowl.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know anything about these teams really outside of Wyoming.
The only game that I remember watching of Wyoming was that that overtime thriller week 1.
Yep.
Toledo is 11-2. With closing out their year with the only loss being to Miami of Ohio, and then wins over Buffalo, Eastern Michigan, Bowling Green, and Central Michigan. Hey, we've picked 3 of these teams already. And then Wyoming losses to Boise State, UNLV, and wins over Colorado State, Hawaii, and Nevada, however the hell you guys like to call it. Give me the Rockets and the only reason I'm picking the Rockets is because they actually have an actual rocket aimed towards Bowling Green's 50-yard line. I'm not getting on the bad side of Toledo. Give me the Rockets. Don't need that rocket flying towards Iowa.
And what is that line again?
3 for Wyoming.
I think I'm going to go with Toledo here as well.
All right.
And I think I'm going to make that my upset.
Ooh, there we go.
For really no other reason other than I need an upset. So
that's purple. All right. Next. Do we want to express our frustration, or shall we keep it PG-13?
Yeah, let's keep it PG-13.
Screw you, CFP! You screwed over Florida State! Fair. And with that being said, give me the Noles in the Orange Bowl.
Also give me the Noles in the Orange Bowl too, because I know they're going to be pissed off and ready to go. Basically telling the CFP where they can shove it, especially if they can get this done, because by this point, I don't think we have to keep beating a dead horse, because literally everybody already has beaten that dead horse and that whatever.
The horse died the instant you saw Alabama go across that screen.
Oh, yeah. And like I say, I've already vented. I've already had my frustration let out. It's just, yeah.
By the way, I need an upset pick, so I'm going to make Florida State my upset.
Okay.
The line for this game is 14 for Georgia.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, give me Florida State as my upset. All right. The ReliaQuest Bowl. The last day of bowl season will feature the 2 CFP playoff games, and then these 3 bowl games, which we will do the CFP in a separate video. We're going to do it about maybe a week from now, or maybe the week of. So after Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
But to start off New Year's Day 2024, will feature the Wisconsin Badgers and the Louisiana State Tigers. It's so weird to say it like that.
Yeah.
But everyone knows I'm at LSU, but if you're going there just for the university, you're not going to call it LSU. You're going to call it Louisiana State University.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, okay, cool.
Give me my brothers from Baton Rouge for one last time this season.
Also, give me the Tigers as well.
Alrighty. Iowa. How the hell are you bowling? Okay. It is the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl, which we now know why Cheez-It no longer has their own bowl game. It's because they are now the main sponsor of the Citrus Bowl.
Yeah.
It is the Hawkeyes and the Volunteers. Now, Tennessee, 8.5-point favorite over the Hawks. Jake, I think I know where you're wanting to go with this.
Yeah, just go ahead and already put them on there.
Are you picking Iowa?
Yes, I am. Because it hasn't failed me yet. As crazy as that is to say, it hasn't failed me yet, and screw it. As an Iowa native and as a guy who watches more than enough Iowa and Iowa State, I got to get it. I got to keep it home here, boys. I got to keep it for the home state.
What I want and what I'm going to pick are two completely different things.
Let me guess. You want Tennessee to win, but you're going to pick Iowa, or is it the other way around?
It's the other way around.
Okay.
I'm going to pick the Volunteers because, yes, Tennessee is going to be missing a few key aspects on the offensive side, and they're missing practically their entire defense. However, Iowa has gone up against tougher defenses and has gone up against not as tougher defenses and have not been able to score points. Yes, their defense. Yes, Iowa's defense is almost 90% there, with a few key players going in from the defense going into the transfer portal. Now, do I want Iowa to win this game? Abso-fucking-lutely. Is it going to happen? Probably not. It would be an amazing end of the year if both Iowa and Iowa State can come home with a trophy from Orlando and Memphis, respectively.
Amen, man. Amen.
But it's Tennessee, though. Tennessee, just a season ago, was fighting for the number one ranking in the nation. Yes, they faltered off, but they're still up there for like one of the best teams out there. There are two losses in their most recent 5 games. Do you want to guess what those 2 losses were?
Georgia and Bama.
Georgia and Missouri.
Missouri, okay.
I don't think they played Bama this year. They did, and they lost by 14. And their other loss was to Florida earlier in the year. So Florida, Alabama, Missouri, and Georgia. So you're looking at 4 really good close losses here. Because Florida was only 13. Alabama was only 14. And then Missouri and Georgia, I wouldn't call those close. 36-7 and then 38-10.
All right.
But Tennessee and Georgia and Missouri are really good teams. Like that's why they're both New Year's 6 competitors this year. But anyway, I rest my case. we have one last bowl game to get to. And I think this one's going to cause the most shock this entire season. That is the Liberty Flames and the Oregon Ducks. Oregon, a 17.5-point favorite at State Farm Stadium. But the last in the Verbo Fiesta Bowl, we've had Oregon in the Fiesta Bowl just very, very recently, and they were favored by I think it was at least a touchdown and a half. You know what the one quote I remember from that game was?
What's that?
You just went into the Fiesta Bowl and beat the out of Oregon. Matt Campbell, Iowa State, 2020. Oregon has issues winning in this bowl game. Very recently. I am almost done. Both our controllers are red. I'll look for mine. I'm literally almost done. Okay. Just because I want to throw them out for shits and giggles, because we've had shocks before, literally last season in the Cotton Bowl. Give me the Flames. Give me the Flames. I am high on the group of 5.
And I'm going to go with Oregon. Just because I don't think I can take that much of a chance right now. Especially with the way they played at the end of the year. So.
Oh, yeah. All right. So I will spread this out really quick so that way you guys can have one last look at the sheet. Bring this over. One last look at the sheet. These are our final, not our final, but our final college football predictions that are not the college football playoff. This is what we've got. We will definitely do that. We will see you guys on either the 27th or the 28th for the... I'm almost done! My God. We will see you guys on the 27th or the 28th for this college football playoff. We will see you guys, I think, either the 20th or the 21st for NFL week. What would that be? 15? 16. Week 16. Yeah, we're not going to be able to do a NFL video this week, so we've been keeping up with the predictions though.
Alrighty.
All right, guys. Well, again, one last shout out to Jersey Ninja. Use code TMoney2190 at checkout. Save yourself 10%. Jake, we're not done yet. We got one more, and then we're done for the season. All right. We will see you guys in a couple weeks. Until then, we'll take care. Have a great day.
You too.